My name is Arvind Vardhan, and my favorite leader is Swami Vivekananda. He was born on 12 January 1863 in an aristocratic family based in Calcutta. He was the chief disciple of Ramakrishna, who was 19th century Indian mystic. He was key figure in the introduction of Indian philosophies to the Western world and also credited with raising interfaith awareness. From Ramakrishna, he learned all living beings were an embodiment of divine self, and therefore service to God could be rendered by service to humankind. His birthday is now celebrated as National Youth Day. My first exposure to him came from his 1893 speech, and his voice and the way he put forward the topic of universal intolerance and into fanaticism mesmerized me. Here is a small excerpt from that speech.
We believe not only in universal toleration, but we accept all religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and the refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth. I am proud to tell you that we have gathered in our bosom the purest remnant of the Israelites who came to southern India and took refuge with us in the very year in which their holy temple was shattered to pieces.
Now, few of many leadership lessons that can be learned from him: believing in self, dedication to work, facing the problem, focusing on the target, channelizing the power. No such thing as impossible for a leader. Biggest problem can be solved with strong intention and resolution. Lastly, obedience and discipline. Lastly, I am sharing the 3 golden rules by Swami Vivekananda that everyone should include in his or her life. Who is helping you? Don't forget them. Who is loving you? Don't hate them. Who is believing you? Don't cheat them. We should never forget, cheat and hate.
Good morning everyone, I am Anshul Chamoli and I am going to tell you about my favorite leader, that is Virat Kohli. My favorite leader is Virat Kohli. I like him because he is an aggressive, charismatic and a true leader. With his consistent performance, he produced many memorable moments in cricket and helped India to win matches. He is currently Indian team captain and is rated as one of the best batsmen in the world. He is also an Padma Shri and Arjun Award winner. He was an awarded ICC Player of the Year in 2012. Virat Kohli was born on 5th November 1988 in Delhi. From childhood onwards, he was passionate about cricket and started playing cricket when he was only 3 years old. Later, he was trained at Delhi Cricket Academy. His hard work, dedication and talent let him secure a place in under 15, later under 17 team. Virat Kohli consistently and later secured a place in India in under 19 team in 2006 against England. In 2008, he captained India under 19 World Cup, and same year he was selected for Indian cricket team. His consistent performance in the team won hearts of millions of the cricketing fans across the world. He was awarded vice captain in 2010 and later the captain in 2014. Virat Kohli has already scored 43 ODI centuries and 27 Test centuries. He is the fastest Indian batsman to get 12,000 runs and has already won the man of the matches many times. He considered as a person who has potential to smash legendary Sachin Tendulkar record of most ODI runs. Undoubtedly, he is one of the finest player in Indian team and the best leader in the history of cricket.
We play so well because we enjoy the process. We enjoy being in difficult situations and coming out on top. Basically, what we are doing on a daily basis is competing with ourselves. How good can we be when we are put under pressure? It's not about coming up against someone or trying to prove someone else wrong. It's about bringing our own standard of cricket higher and higher on a daily basis and setting examples, the right examples for the next generation to take over whenever that happens.
Hello, I'm Arman Rabbani from batch B31. My leader is Cristiano Ronaldo. He is my favorite footballer and spokesperson. Cristiano Ronaldo is the world-renowned Portuguese professional footballer who was named the greatest football player of all time by the Portuguese Football Federation. He is also considered by legions of soccer fans all over the world to be the best of all time. In addition to this, he is the first soccer player ever to earn over $1 billion. He really inspires and motivates me a lot. There are many reasons why I idolize and admire him. Cristiano is a true professional. He leads a very disciplined lifestyle. He is known to follow a strict diet and exercise routine. He loves to take care of his body and fitness level. Some of his traits which I love are mental toughness, discipline, work ethic, determination and confidence. He always had that competitiveness in him. He loves to win. He has also had a very good business acumen. Unlike other footballers, he also owns and runs many profitable businesses. Cristiano Ronaldo is well known for his philanthropic work. He regularly takes part in social work activities, blood donation campaigns, charity activities, etc. Thank you.
It's very important for me. I'm always competitive player. Not just in the games, I'm in the training, I'm like that. In the home, with my sister, with my mom, with my nephews, I'm always try to competitive hard and try to win. I'm like that. You know, I'm never change because I like this. I like what I do. I like my life. I'm a happy person. So competitive is.
My favorite leader is Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant leadership style. Fundamentally, Kobe epitomized agile leadership, which is a critical element for individual and team performance in a dynamic world. We define it as adaptability, resilience, learning, and foresight. Three qualities of Kobe Bryant leadership style. Know what you want, always work harder, and reinvent yourself. Then Kobe read about one of his heroes, Michael Jordan. When he get to knew that Michael Jordan cut off his from his high school basketball team, getting motivated with Michael Jordan outwork everyone around him to prove his coach. When Kobe learned that, when Kobe learned this, a fire was created inside of him that would never be taken out. He wanted to work harder than any other NBA player, and so good. In fact, he did. In just 6 years, he from able to score a no goal in a single point in a basketball camp. Kobe was listed 13th overall in the NBA list.
Kobe, you won the MVP, you led the team to the finals. How do you characterize this season?
Well, I mean, the goal was to win a championship. You know, it wasn't to win MVP or anything like that, it was to win a championship. So, from that aspect, we failed.
Kobe, you're an 11-year pro. You've lost in the finals before. Is this one harder to take?
No, they're all pretty crappy. You know, it's tough. You know, whether it's the first round, second round, finals loss, I mean, it's pretty bitter right now.
I'm Samyukta Sahu, a batch 32. I have chosen Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam as my role model because he is someone who inspires and aspires us. He is none other than the missile man of India. One of his quote is, "Without involvement you can succeed. Without involvement you can't fail." Talking about his early life, he was born on 15 October 1931 in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. He was from a humble background where his father was a boat owner and his mother was a housewife. He helped his family financially by selling newspaper. He was a bright, hardworking student and he has a strong desire to learn and he was fond of mathematics. From this I learned that you have a strong desire and dedication, then you can achieve anything in life. Talking about his achievement, he started his career as a scientist in DRDO after graduating from Madras Institute of Technology. He played a crucial role in the development of India's first indigenous satellite vehicle. He had written many inspiring books like Ignited Mind, Wings of Fire, etc. I want to quote one of his quote that all the birds find shelter during a rain, but eagle avoid rain by flying above the cloud. The problem is common, but the attitude makes the thing different.
Sir, how did you become so great?
How did I become so great? That's the question. Well, I don't know. I personally believe you must have a dream. Say, I must have a dream.
I must have a dream.
I must continuously acquire knowledge.
I must continuously acquire knowledge.
Hard work.
And
perseverance. One should not be afraid of problems.
Not afraid of problems.
Then you will be successful. Okay?
Hey everyone, I'm Suruchi Gupta and my favorite leader is Sundar Pichai, an Indian-American business executive. He is the Chief Executive Officer of Alphabet and its subsidiary Google. His life story has very much motivated me. He grew up without any access to technology. He doesn't have any access to computer unless and until he came to America for graduate school. His father spent equivalent year of salary on Sundar Pichai's plane ticket to the US so that he could attend his Stanford lectures. When he landed US, things weren't like that what he had imagined. America was too expensive. A phone call back to his home costed $2 a minute and a backpack costed the same as his dad's monthly salary. But on the top of all this, a bright spot for him during that time was computing. It was the first time in his life when he wanted to use computer whenever he wanted to. So when he graduated, he was sure to do something to bring the technology to as many people as possible, and he proved the same. He changed his course and decided to pursue his dreams at Google. His deep passion for technology and an open mind made him the best leader. He is self-deprecating, empathetic, and supportive. He avoids confrontation. He values relationship, which tends him to be a collaborative leader. For him, I have learned to be open and be hopeful.
Absolutely. I would actually encourage all of you. If at some point in your life, you have to work with people where you feel a bit insecure. Right? That's essential because that means you're working with people who are better than you and who are pushing you. Right? And so I always encourage if you actually feel very secure in what you do, that means you're doing something comfortable and you're not pushing yourself.
Hi, I am Isha Jadan. My leader is Priyanka Chopra, who cannot be defined by mere words. She has walked down a path never taken before and formed a legacy of her own. She has strived, worked hard, pushed herself at every point of her life and managed to give the best every time. She is a strong woman who inspires me to be the same. She has proved that any girl can do anything and everything she aspires to do. She has also taught me that professional and personal should be kept aside. If an incident has affected you personally, it should not affect your professional life. She herself has proved this line by going to the sets of Mary Kom 4 days after her father expired. That is how strong and dedicated she is for her life and work. Even while being a famous actress globally, she is attached to her roots and true to who she is. She takes risks and challenges. At times she fails, but that is not the end for her. As for her, it is not the failure, but what you do after that defines you.
I'm a storyteller, and I'm not someone who restricts myself to one thing, ever. I've never been that person. Maybe I have ADD, but I want to be able to do everything. Why can't we do everything? Sure. And especially women, we're great at multitasking. So I want to produce, I want to have a business, I'm producing here, I'm going to produce in India, Hindi films, regional films, I want to be able to act in them, maybe not. There's so many things that I can do, which I want to be able to explore.
My favorite leader is Sir Alex Ferguson. The reason why I idolize him so much is because he was disciplined throughout his career and knew his responsibility all the way. He started his football career as a first division player in 1964, where he played for some small teams in Scottish League. His managerial career started in his mid-30s and then he took East Lancashire to its utmost peak. When he was appointed for Manchester United manager, he was in the limelight for a while as he came up with some serious statistics in the domestic level. His darkest time of his managerial career was the first 3 seasons of Manchester United. He went trophyless and everyone was pretty much sure that it was his last season. But there was an old saying, if someone is destined to get something, then no matter what, you'll get it. In 1990s, Manchester United won the FA Cup and from then there was no turning back. His rest of the career was with Manchester United and he on to give Manchester United the best 2.5 decade ever.
I'm always delighted when you receive an honour degree from universities. I think that it's one that is marked with great achievement in recognition of whatever I've done in football. Telling you, it's working hard is a great quality, and I think not only is a great quality, it's rewarding self-satisfaction and self-esteem that brings to you, and I think that these are important factors. No one but yourself can judge how it means to you. And I think that people recognise,